Hey guys, welcome to episode number 3 of Two Bros with Benefits. We are your co-hosts. I'm Jake,
I'm Kevin.
and welcome. We have some really good topics this week to talk about. We're pretty excited, a lot of stuff to cover, and one of our favorite special guests. We've known him again, somebody we've known for a long time. He is a super funny guy, so we are really looking forward to seeing what kind of input he has on these topics.
Yeah, he thinks he's better too.
He really does, and he's a little nuts. But with that, we'll get into it. Just stick around, and we'll be right back. Let's go.
Yep.
What up?
How's it going today, guys?
Well, he can't say anything, or she.
I was
What's
talking
up,
to
dude?
our listeners.
Oh, hey, what's up, listeners? How you guys doing? Welcome back, episode 3. Ooh, still nervous.
we are
I thought like that I'd shake the nerves by now, but still, still kind of nervous every
we're
time we
bros,
start.
man. What are you nervous about?
I want to make sure I give the listeners what they want.
You
You know,
know that's right.
I want to fulfill their every need.
Well,
But yeah, we
speaking of
do. We
that,
do got a
we
great show.
we do have something to fill their need. Do you
We
want to talk?
do
Yeah. So
about our
our
contestant
cut,
winners,
our contest winners. Yes.
our
Let's hear
contest
it.
winners. Yes.
You can
So if
say one, and I'll say the other one.
okay, well, wait. I just want to say if you are new to this, what we started doing is every episode we'll ask a question about the previous episode, and you can comment if you're viewing this in the comment section, or you can email us at twobroswithbenefits at gmail.com. And we pick a random winner each episode and we'll announce it the next following episode. So today we are going to announce the winners of, we actually have two winners because they emailed so closely together. We
And they're
just felt
probably
like
our
doing
only two listeners. So
yeah, that's what we were thinking. We were like, well, we'll make it seem like we have so many listeners, so we'll give two prizes away. But you go ahead and say the first winner.
the first winner is our boy Corey Peak.
Corey P.
Thank
Good
you,
job,
Corey. Corey
man.
sent us a really nice email. He was really excited about our podcast so far, and I actually have had lunch with Corey this week, and he's really intrigued by it, and he really likes it. So he wants us to keep
He's
going,
a
and
great guy.
yeah, he's a good friend of ours. And thanks, Corey. You're our first
And I'm
contest
sure it's
winner, whatever you
cool
want to
as
call
a
it.
friend to listen to, he gets to listen to all of his friends kind of get together and chat and stuff.
Yeah, and we're
It's kind
never
of a
gonna
little
bring him
hangout.
on. So
Right. And then our second winner is my boy. I used to work with him. His name is Blake Bruner. He's a
Blake.
great guy. Congratulations. They both answered shoelace. If you don't remember, the question was what was when our friend's wife gave birth on the floor, what did the 911 operator tell her to get up with her baby and go get to tie off of her umbilical cord? And it was a shoelace. And she said, no way. So we're gonna send out some merch to these guys. We got some stickers made. If you notice, we made some signs. We're gonna be making some hats. Kevin there, he's wearing his shirt and he's got his trusty little mug there. I think get it in the
Yeah,
shot.
shout out to my
Awesome.
wife Jessica. She's the one who created our logo for us. First of
That's
all,
right.
she's
Yeah,
very
she did.
talented, and
Very,
Jake
very
Jake
talented.
and I were like, "All right, Jess, go at it, make a logo." And she
We
came
just
up.
told her to do it. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the first
and
thing
she
she
had
came
it.
up with, and we loved it.
Yeah, she had it within minutes too. It didn't take her long.
No, not at
But
all.
we really love it. So yeah, those are our winners: Corey Peak and Blake Bruner. And again, if you're listening or watching, pay attention because at the end of this episode, we'll have another question for another giveaway that we'll announce on episode 4. Um, but yeah, we're really excited. We're going to start getting the hats out, and the gifts will get bigger and bigger as we go
As we
on.
make my wife
But
make more stuff for us.
right. As she has more time, and
Yeah.
she's a busy woman. Um, but maybe we should actually now probably start getting into who our special guest is. I hear him back in that background. I think he's drinking.
No way.
He's
I don't
drinking.
believe it.
I mean,
But
I don't
yeah,
believe it either.
so this is a guy that Jake and I have both known for quite some time. we I met him, I think, first whenever we were playing baseball together in like 5th grade. We were on the same team, and Jake probably met
Oh
him,
yeah.
about the same time.
Played,
Um,
yeah, big playing baseball. He's a great baseball player. He actually played college baseball for the University of Evansville, and he is an athlete and a stud. Um, but I'll let you go ahead and announce who it is if you like.
yeah, so we got this dude. He thinks he's better. He's not, but his name is Ryan Haire.
What's up,
Hey, there he
boys?
is. What
What's
up? Welcome to
up?
the show.
Look at that merch, though.
You like that?
I do, I do. Let me see that. Let me see the coffee mug one more time.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
You know that's right.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Props to Jess.
Mm-hmm. She's pretty
Man,
awesome.
what would you do without Jess?
I mean, I wouldn't have all this cool merch. I can tell you that much.
You know that's
She's
right
laughing,
again.
man.
No, she's amazing.
Awesome.
She's
Thanks for having me on, boys.
Yeah, we're
absolutely,
excited to
man.
have you. We
Yeah.
definitely got a bunch of fun topics that we would love to hear your input on. But I have heard about something that went on at the office last week. I'll let Kevin kind of
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit, and then I think we have a little video maybe that we
Oh
put
yeah,
together
we
to
God
do.
show.
damn it. We're
So
doing this
A little
really.
bit.
So for
I lived through it once. I mean, I already know
Right.
what it is. I don't need to relive it again.
yeah, so for the people listening,
Rub salt in the wound.
Ryan and I have worked with each other for off and on for, man, it's been probably 7 or 8 years total. We've worked at 3 different jobs together. We've but regardless of that, it was about a little bit over a year ago. I did this burger challenge with our friend Drew, and it was a big burger. I'll share that sometime here too. Just show you the picture.
It's not just
You
a
got a
big
picture
burger,
of it?
buddy.
It was
Oh, that
basically
was huge.
two burgers on top of each other with a big piece of fried mozzarella in between, some pulled pork, some bacon. There was a whole side of buffalo mac and cheese. All of this had to be eaten within 30 minutes um, to win a free T-shirt. And of course, I won the T-shirt. And
When I saw it, I was when I saw the picture of what you ate, I was genuinely impressed. I mean, it was massive.
it was a
Oh,
lot.
you
I
should have
was,
seen it in person. It's
yeah.
unbelievable. And by the way, boo, Drew.
Yeah, Drew's weak.
Yeah.
He couldn't finish it. He'll
And he
come
was
up.
pretty upset too.
He'll
So
come
I
up
mean,
with some excuse. He's come up with every excuse in the book so far. But anyway, so I did that challenge, and I was like, you know what? I get to put somebody to a challenge. So I challenged Ryan to do like a hot wing contest. And the one place that he was considering doing it at, the wings, it wasn't that the wings were too hot, it's the amount of wings they wanted you to eat. And
Correct.
he's like, man, I can't do that. And then down
Like, honestly,
down
who can eat that spicy? Sorry for interrupting you, Kevin, real
no.
quick, but who can eat that spicy of wings and 16 of them? Really?
that. Oh God.
Yeah,
I don't
come
think
on.
And they're not
it'd be
small
hard just to
wings
eat
either.
16 wings in general. Yeah.
They're not
No.
small
And
wings
don't feel
either.
sorry for interrupting. You're the guest. You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, just don't do it again. Unreal.
Unreal.
But anyway, so Ryan acquired this gummy bear, the world's hottest gummy bear, and he acquired it, and it's just been sitting on his desk for basically the last year. He finally at work. It was last Thursday. He was telling
It's
everybody
been
at work.
growing Scovilles
Oh my
every day
God.
it's sat. It just gets
Right.
hotter and hotter.
Dude, it was
Right.
It's
bad.
like one. So,
I believe it now.
But at work, everybody was, kept bugging him to do it. And last Thursday, he said, "I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it on Friday." I was like, "No, we're gonna make you do it today." And he's like, "There's no way you're talking me into doing this today. There's no way." I talked him into
which
it.
makes sense because it's the weekend, like at least you can go home and have the weekend to recover. You
That
just
was
made him
my
do it
whole
on
thought
any old
process,
random
yeah.
work day.
My whole
Yeah.
thought process was, why not get it done before the weekend so you can have the weekend to have fun and not have to feel like crap the whole time.
Well, let's be honest, and you say what it is, but it's because he knew if I waited another day, there'd be another excuse.
Yeah, he'd come up with exactly. I was like, I got to get this jerk to do it today, right now, or he's going to back out on it. So
Right.
we ended up getting him to do it, and let's just show the video real quick.
Right. Well, yeah. We'll see how it went.
Nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear. He's a little nervous, but
Yeah, I'm shaking. So.
he's got his Pepto Bismol and he's got his milk, so I think he's gonna be okay.
Oh my god.
Why'd you even do that?
I don't know.
Good question.
Blood pressure medicine. Oh my god. I can't get it down quick enough.
I'll tell you what. When that hit my tongue, it was. Words can't honestly express how hot that was.
Oh my god. Real funny.
You can play a drinking game. But how many times it's like, oh my god.
Can't work.
Drink.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do.
Pepto.
Why do people enjoy so much like other people's?
Oh my god.
Right.
Something besides liquid, because all he's doing
I'm
is
glad to be your guys' Huckleberry.
Just eat the cake part, not the icing part.
Did I put the other gummy bear in the cake, or?
No, but he's got.
I love how you shoveled cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
What do you need?
I got a new mouth. You nuts?
Can't help you with that.
Do you want this grape frozen pop?
Yes, I do. I'm eating Chinese today.
Yeah, milk all over your face.
Do it? It's way better. A little well. Oh boy, that's because it's still in it.
Nice work.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because of that or all the milk. Gosh, damn it.
You're close.
I'm so
And he's on the
screwed.
couch.
Why?
I'm starting to see like double.
That's normal.
That's weird.
Really?
Oh yeah.
How you feeling now, Ryan?
I'm so screwed.
You don't feel any better yet.
It all transfers right here, buddy.
Just wait till it comes out your butt.
Wait, did it explode like in your stomach? Like
Oh,
did
dude,
you feel
it
it
was-
gurgling?
Absolutely. Like, and
all
that
the way
started.
through, all the
that,
way out.
that started. That's the weird part. It didn't last like as long as I thought it would. Like, I thought it was gonna last like 3 or 4 days. It lasted about 2, but those 2 days were unbearable. So I was sitting in that chair when I initially did it. About probably 30 minutes into it, the pain subsided from my mouth and it just went straight to my stomach. But
Really?
yeah, but a little side note, and I'll give Kevin some props on this. He's like, you probably should drink like a little bit of Pepto before you even do it. So you call it cheating, whatever you want, but screw you. So
That's good planning.
yeah, I mean, you know, you read all these things like I did. Again, I had this. So my ex had bought it for me probably like 2 years ago when she was in Savannah, Georgia. You have to be 21 years old or buy it, I believe. I think that's what she said.
Dangerous.
And so my daughter, she's 6 now, but she had always said, Daddy, please I want to watch you do this. And so like the whole thing was, part of it was wanting to let her see it.
Yeah.
But then I took it to work thinking that I was going to, you know, have Drew or somebody else in the office do it. And we could put it on our like Facebook page for Elle and I and whatnot. But then it just became an office thing. Like, you know, once a month, somebody's like, when's Ryan going to do the gummy challenge? When's Ryan going to do? Yeah. So, you know, I was like, I did it. And I told Kevin, you couldn't pay me. You would have to pay me over $1,000 to do it again. No doubt.
3 in your stomach. That's
Oh yeah,
funny.
it was bad.
Did it burn coming out too, or it was fine?
Yeah, of course. I mean, especially day 1 and 2. Then not as bad day 2, and that's what I said. I should have stopped and bought some dude wipes.
Yeah.
So, Jake,
Right?
to,
Phil at our office, he goes, "Gosh damn it, Ryan!" He goes, "You're gonna have to wipe your ass with a snow cone."
I mean, no, but that's smart to put the Pepto, have a
Yeah.
little cushion for it to fall in. That's pretty clutch.
yeah, I'm pretty
Right.
That
smart.
Oh
probably
yeah.
was your saving grace. Otherwise, it'd been 10 times worse.
Oh
So,
yeah. I mean,
so Jake,
have you ever seen anybody do that before?
No, I've never seen. I've seen some videos of people do the chips. I've never seen the gummy.
so Jake, that's what I was gonna get ready to say. So
Chips.
the chip, it's I don't know how familiar you are with the Scoville units or all of that. The chip is like 1.7 on the Scoville, which is how you measure heat in food. And the gummy bear that he just did, so that's 1.7. The gummy bear was 9 million.
Oh my
So
god!
it was pretty crazy. And, I mean, you saw
That's
him lick it. I'm
So
like, what the fuck were you doing? You're just talking yourself
I
out
could
by licking it.
I could have probably drank a little bit of this and blew fire.
Oh yeah, I bet. It would have came right. You've been a dragon.
Woo! Speaking of
Well,
which,
it looks like you need to crack it.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you
crack
do.
this bad boy first, if that's
There you
okay.
go. Get
Nice.
that Modelo Especial.
You need to get those taped to your hands, bro.
I know. So the liquor store I went to, all they had was, which I should have in retrospect. I'm kind of mad at myself. Bud Ice and Bud Light 40s. That's all they had. And I was like, man, I'm just really not in the mood for either of those right now. I mean, I am a little older than 21, but but it would have brought me back,
Hey,
brought us all
No
back.
natty ice. No
man,
Keystone.
Jake, I
No.
don't know if you were around for this or not, man, but John will attest to it. I did Edward 40 hands one time when I lived with in the apartment years ago. I did it. John was there. I did it in like less than 10 minutes. Two of them chugged, and they were like magnums, dude. They were gross.
Damn it, I
Were you
forgot that this was a, it's not a
did you
twist
brown
top.
out?
No, I was good. I probably drank more
You were
after
good.
that. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait. How long
It was,
did it
I
take?
think it was right around 10 minutes, somewhere right around 10 minutes.
I mean, that's just chugging.
Ask John, man. I promise.
That's
I
hard to
did it.
do too in the bottles. You know what I mean? Because you only get so much, and you gotta let the air bubble come through.
I mean,
Right.
you've seen me
Great
drink
strong.
though. Like I drink everything so
Yeah.
damn quick, like it just goes down.
Same here.
So I don't
That's
know.
how you
That's
do
why
it,
it's
buddy.
easy to get.
I won't do it
Hey,
again.
Right.
hey, have you ever seen him eat? How fast he eats, Jake?
Oh yeah.
He's a fast eater.
Really?
I
Well,
don't
we
know. I
gotta.
don't know that I've ever like really paid attention. I know I'm
Well,
a fast eater.
You're
I
not
know
as
people
fast
that are
as me.
slow
you
eaters.
ain't
We're
got
gonna
nothing
have an
on this
eating
dude.
contest on here, bro.
No,
We
I mean, I'm not
we'll go
trying
to
to have
we'll
no
go to
contest. I just
yeah we'll go to Taco Tuesdays with some like Drew and Logan or Matt, our CFO or our CEO, and
And Corey.
whatever, and he'll get either 3 to 6, sometimes 9 tacos. Not now because he's been dieting, but prior he would, and he would literally be done with 6 or 9 tacos before I was even done with 2 to 3.
This is true.
that's
Fact.
funny.
Those
Yeah.
are I'm spitting facts.
I know. Oh, Earn Bob. He used to yell at me when I was a kid all the time. God damn it, son! Slow down.
Yeah.
Oh,
My dad
Ern.
did the same thing. My dad, his thing was you always had to eat your vegetables and shit. So I'd get done, like he'd have a big plate full of meat, and I'd grab another piece of meat, and he goes, "Damn it, Kevin, eat your vegetables first," you know.
I'm gonna have to
Mr.
get a
Fast.
bottle opener for this. I thought it was a twist off. Been a while.
That's
Is
all
this
right.
your first time drinking a beer?
I
Is this your
think
first
so.
time on a podcast? Guess you're gonna have to use your teeth.
Yeah, I'm
Or
trying. Well,
wait till
maybe I
break.
could.
No, you can get up and go get it if you want.
You sure?
So I can
Yeah.
splice. Yeah, I'll splice away.
We'll allow it. So
Not that I even. I think she.
he can hear us.
Yeah, I'm right here.
So a little side
she
note
talking?
about Ryan and how long we've known each other. Ryan and I, like I said, we played on the same baseball team together when we were kids, and come to find out, his my aunt, I had a cousin on the team with us too, and my aunt knew both obviously my mom and his mom, and they were talking one day, and Ryan's mom was talking about how when she was in the hospital with Ryan, there was another lady in the room with her that had just had a 12.5-pound baby. Well, I was 12.5 pounds as a baby, and I was born 3 days before Ryan. So we were we were in the same. We pretty much put two and two together that we were in the same hospital room when we were both born.
That's a huge baby, and that's big if Ryan's mom remembers that,
Well,
Right.
12 and a half pounds.
Yeah,
And for all you listeners or viewers out there, if you don't know or have ever seen Kevin's mom, she is a tiny woman. She's a little beanpole. She's a
Yeah.
great woman, beautiful woman, but she is a tiny girl. So a 12 and a half pound baby. I'm
Woo!
sorry, Miss Bennett. Yeah.
I just basically came out better,
Good.
Yep. That's right.
Snaps back.
He bulldozed his way through.
Little
Man.
juggernaut.
Damn you,
What
Kevin.
happened? I mean, you'd think at 12 and a half pounds, you'd think you're going to be, what, 7'3", 300 pounds?
I mean, I'm tall. I'm 6'3".
You are tall. What are you? You're 6'3"?
Uh-huh.
Hey, he's 6'3", and he once was 300 pounds. So good for you, Kev.
Yeah, you're looking great.
Proud of Kevin. Yep, he's looking good. Looking good. Staying
that
in
reminds
shape.
The right way too.
That does remind me. I need to throw a shout out to another podcast. They're actually kind of the reason that the first time I was on a podcast, and I was after the words, I was like, Jake, dude, let's do this, man. So we got together and came up with our ideas and stuff. But yeah, my friend Chuck and Scott, they have a podcast called Two Guys, One Scale, and they both are on a weight loss journey, and they're both down like 60 pounds or something this year, 60 or plus pounds this year.
Yeah.
And they've had me on twice. I was on theirs again this week, and it's a good time. It's a good thing for them. I'm
Just
so
from
proud.
the couple episodes that you've shown me, I've
Yeah.
seen, you can tell a difference. So yeah, if there's anybody out there that is looking for maybe some motivation,
Yeah.
or wants to talk to somebody or listen to somebody that's going through the same stuff, a weight loss journey, definitely check them out.
Yeah,
because they have some interesting stuff.
I'm proud of Chuck too, man. I gave him a hard time, but he deserves every bit of the hard times we give him. Just for Chuck being Chuck. But damn it, I am proud of the guy.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, but let's not shy away from you, Kev. I mean, look what you've done. I mean, you've really. I mean, you're not better, but you've come a long way, and I'm proud of you for that. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
My question is though so Ryan, have you heard about what Chuck challenged him to do? So Chuck is trying to get him to do this triathlon, and he's been calling you out, is what I hear.
Yeah, he wants me to do a freaking mini triathlon or a triathlon or some shit. I'm like, bro, I don't even do cardio.
So
Good
what is
luck.
it? He explained it. Was it like 90 miles biking?
No,
it's like 8.5 swimming.
It's a sprint.
Wait, it's a full triathlon?
No, it's called like a triathlon sprint. The one that he did, I want to say it was 800 meters swim. It was like 25 miles. That may be wrong on the bike, and then like a 5K. 5K. They've done that one. I think there's different variations of a sprint. So I think there's certain ones that you maybe bike more or run more or swim more. But that's the one that they did. And man, I could walk, but I don't have access to a pool, like, to work on swimming. I don't have a big enough pool. Like our gym doesn't have one. I don't have a bike. I mean, I could get a bike. That's not a huge deal. It's like I don't enjoy cardio at all. I mean, Ryan and I work out together every day.
I was a wrestler, or if you were a soccer player, you've been running your whole young career. It's like I hate running.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like
it's the absolute worst.
I would get so bored. I would probably not be going to the gym every day like we do if all we were doing is cardio. I would be done with it, man. It's not fun for me. I enjoy what we do when we're weightlifting. We bullshit with each other. We have fun. I enjoy that. But when it comes to the cardio shit, it's just like, can we be done yet?
I'm telling you right now. I know Kevin, I don't believe has, but Jake. Last night it was like my second time ever playing pickleball, and we played out Van in Newburgh. It was unbelievable. It was awesome. And if I could get any cardio, that's exactly what I'm doing from now
Yeah.
on.
Oh, you're moving a lot. I haven't played
I haven't
as like
either.
a grown adult. Whenever we were in grade school,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like eighth grade, we played, and I loved it. And I felt like I was really good at it.
We
Yeah.
probably
I
did that in high
suck at
school too, Jake, in Lifetime Sports. I feel like that was one of
I
the
sucked at
Yeah.
like
You did.
tennis, and I sucked kind of at ping pong, but pickleball was like my sport. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I've always wanted to play it like as an adult, but I haven't yet.
And then
So
here it
yeah,
is.
you
Now
have
it's
to
the
invite me
fastest growing
sometime.
sport in the world.
Should we get a
Yeah,
two
it's
bros with
crazy.
benefits pickleball team together or what?
That'd be fun. Let's do it. Have you guys seen Ryan? You probably know who Tyler Hansbrough is.
Oh, North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
North Carolina. Have you seen he's like big into pickleball?
I
I hear he's really, really good. I mean, he's an athlete, but I hear
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean, like that's the thing. Like he's like 6'11", right? So
right,
if you have a wingspan like that and your reach is like that long, because the
right.
courts stay the same size. So if you're just a
Yeah,
little bit agile and athletic at all, have a little bit of hand-eye coordination, I don't see how you can't be good, or you know what I
exactly.
mean, or
And
dominant.
he could just put a little pressure moving forward, and he's got that wingspan. Even
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Give him
It's
an extra
you
paddle,
you
bud. He's
got like a
unstoppable.
7 foot tall guy charging at you, you know,
Right.
just slamming pickleballs at your face. But I mean, I want to give it a shot. I just
I do too. I always
I
have.
haven't
I
done
want to
it.
play.
Yeah, you should. You should get that together, Kevin.
That is
Well,
good little cardio. Also, you know, what I've been wanting to do is I haven't done it for years, and we used to get a big group of people whenever, especially when I worked in the restaurant business. Um, but at Wesselman's, man, do some sand volleyball. That's
yep,
another one. You
that
know,
was
you
so
get a
much
Yep.
good
fun.
workout,
Yeah,
run around
That's
that sand.
that's a workout.
man, we used to have so
Yeah,
much
for
fun doing
sure.
that, dude. We'd go over there like
Yeah,
it seemed like nobody was there some certain nights. We'd go out there with a crew and just take a bunch of coolers and have a great time out there.
yeah.
That was fun.
Coolers, yeah, a beer, and they keep the lights on till like 11.
Yeah,
Yep. I used
So I
to
mean,
do
you can
that when
be
I'd
out
come
there,
back
man.
in town. When I lived in Nashville, I would come back in town. I'd play with a bunch of my boys out at USI's. They had a nice little setup out there, sand volleyball. And that was, yeah. I mean, you're drenched.
Yeah, exactly. You're running around like crazy. And maybe I should mention that. Hey, if there's anybody out there, viewers or listeners that are in our hometown, if you want to comment, if you're viewing, or email at twobroswithbenefits@gmail.com. If you guys are interested or would want to get a big group together and do some sand volleyball or
or
some
pickleball,
pickleball,
either one. That'd
hit
be a
us
lot of
up.
fun.
Just say
Yeah,
yeah, or even if we got enough people to like start a softball league, you know, that'd be
yeah,
fun
that would be
too. I mean,
fun.
those midnight leagues are real fun. I don't know if I could do the midnight anymore now that I got the little one,
Who,
but those Wednesday night ones are still fun.
who's
I'd
gonna
still have
pitch? Because
time.
I'm definitely not.
I know.
Not it.
Or
Goodness
I'm
gracious.
I'm not playing third either. You can put me at short, second, anywhere
Yeah.
else, but nope.
We could do like intramurals so the men have to bat lefty and so you don't have to
There you
worry
go.
about. I mean, have you seen any of those videos of just like the guys now? The men are so good now that they will aim for the pitcher's faces.
Oh yeah, I mean they can place the ball anywhere they want.
Oh
Yeah, it's
God, it's
impressive. I mean,
terrifying.
I can a little bit do that, but my
Right.
power isn't there. So like mine is like I'm a lefty, right? So in softball, you'll see everybody shift all the way like to the right side of the field.
Yeah.
So you know,
Like you're pulling
my
the
thing is
ball.
either to hit one so hard at the first baseman it's right down that line, or I just push it left
Yeah.
field and
Like
get an
open up your
automatic
stance
double
a
every
little
time.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can do the basics like open and close my stance, but like, yeah, those guys they're precise, and they
Oh yeah.
the way they have that swing where they like chop down at the ball. It's almost like an axe swing,
Yep.
you know,
And then
where
the
they
ball goes like this.
yeah. Oh God, it's
Oh
terrifying.
yeah. Puts that tops or backspin on it, so it gets
Backspin, yeah.
air.
It
Just like
just
Tiger
floats
Woods
up.
hitting a seed.
Now I know, like they speaking of Tiger Woods, aren't they? Where are they at right now? Aren't they? Isn't he like in a big tournament right now?
No, the Scottish Open was
Scottish
just this
Open.
past weekend, yeah.
Gotcha.
And a Scottish person, a Scotlander,
Scotlandier?
Scotlandier,
A Scottish person?
We'll
yeah,
go with
Scottish.
that.
I mean,
Scotsman.
they're definitely Scottish.
Scotsman.
Scotsman. There you go.
I bet
He
it's a
actually
Scotsman.
won, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that is cool.
Mike McIntyre. That's his last name. Mike
Okay.
McIntyre. I can't remember his first name, but it was a good one. But no, I don't. He didn't play, which is odd.
Weird. I love watching golf. I just don't
Yeah.
watch it enough.
I watched
Yeah,
the
most
major
people only
tournaments.
Yep, same here. And that's pretty much the only tournaments that Tiger plays in. But he did just get exempt, and there was like a poll throughout the PGA that so he has an exemption for life to play in all majors now. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
He's the first person ever,
one of the
and the
ones
only person ever.
that I like to watch is it's the U.S. versus the Europeans. Is that what it is, or is it the
Oh,
British?
the Ryder Cup.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
fun
every
one.
That's every 2 years.
That one gets really competitive. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're all competitive, but
Yeah, that's
they
awesome.
really want to, you know, they
Oh,
really
yeah.
want to. Does the U.S. really want to win?
Mm-hmm.
All U.S.
We've
sports.
we've fallen short the past few years, but it's all right. It's all good.
You know, and that's another topic we need to bring up at some point, Kevin. Is the Summer Olympics are coming up here soon?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a good one. Well, hey guys, I think we got. I think it's time to take a break.
Yeah,
we got
I think
we
so.
got to come back with Ryan with some hot takes. We got some fun topics to talk about with you, and then we've got some other things to do with you on the second time. So come right back, guys. We'll be right back.
Hey y'all, it's old Randy. And listen, I wanted to take a second to talk to you. Now listen, if you ain't listening to two bros with benefits, then you ain't listening to nobody. These boys, they talk about the hottest topics, the most trending thing, everything that's going on in the news. And I want to tell you something. I don't dress like this just for anybody. Old Randy, you know, he loves everybody to have a good time. And these boys, they just have a great time and they talk about the best things. So, old Randy, he's going to tell you, if you ain't listening to nobody, you need to listen to Two Bros with Benefits. Go ahead, that's Two Bros with Benefits. Let's go. Boom.
Hey,
And we're
welcome back
back.
from the
Wait, who's doing it? Are you doing it?
Every time.
It's the
Welcome back
fix.
from the break, guys. We are here with our special guest, Ryan Haire. We are your co-hosts. I'm Jake,
I'm Kevin.
and then that's Ryan.
Ryan.
There
And
you
that's
go.
Ryan.
We got to hear a little bit about Ryan and his crazy life at work, I guess.
Yeah. So, you're talking about the gummy
challenge.
challenge?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because at the break we were kind of talking. He busted out was it the bourbon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Show the bottle.
Kevin, you kind of had a story behind that.
Yeah. So
believe-
Ryan won that at a golf scramble he was at for work, I guess, about a year ago, and he's been telling himself that, you know, I'm going to wait until I sell my first really big policy to crack it open and drink, and he finally did that last week. So good job, Ryan. Nice
Thank you.
work.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
He's
And
gonna,
then-
we're
Hey,
gonna pop it open on our podcast.
it's hard in this economy, damn it.
It's ready to
Yeah.
go. That's right. It's
So yeah, I guess
aged
we
well.
can do it.
Do it. Take a little swig, and then I was kind of.
Ooh,
I always wanted to get.
I told you it had the. So I looked this
The
up
wooden
online. It's like $145 bottle.
Oh,
You ever
dang.
cut somebody off on a podcast before?
That's okay. He's a guest, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Continue, Jake. What were you
yeah.
saying, bro?
Well, I was just saying how I was telling him then, you know, at the break that I've always wanted to get like. I mean, I've seen people do this. I'm stealing this from people, but I've wanted to get like a really nice bottle of wine or champagne or bourbon and hold on to it until, like, you know, the Colts win a Super Bowl or the Cardinals win a World Series, or Notre Dame wins a national championship. Come close. Never done it in a long time, but and then what's funny is Ryan had something really funny to say after that.
Yeah.
I hope you're okay with saying it.
Totally off subject, but you talking about sports teams that we love. By the way, I'm a big Notre Dame fan too, football. So,
Let's go.
but
Go Irish.
it was about 4 years. It was about 4 years ago. I told myself that if IU made, you know, they've been in a big slump lately. Hopefully this year they're going to do a little bit better. But I told myself that if they make the NCAA tournament, that I'd get a vasectomy. So, yeah, I still haven't.
That's
He still has a
dedication.
cheater.
Right, they still have it. It's still there.
I still haven't. So, hey, cheers to that.
I'll take
Yeah.
cheers to that. I'll take the
I'll drink my my flavored water.
Man,
future
that's good.
children away for a chance at IU making it to the NCAA
Oh, I guess I could
championship.
drink my decaf coffee.
Well, the good thing about that, Ryan, is they're reversible now. I don't know if they've
Yeah.
always been reversible, but they are reversible.
Yeah, but
Nonetheless.
how
It's expensive.
the chances aren't the same once you have
I'm
it
sure it goes
reversed.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the sperm are
I mean,
slipping through and stuff like that.
Listen, Linda's. I have 2 kids, 2 beautiful daughters, 9 and 6, and you know, if you think about the age we are, you know, I'm 38, so 99.9% of women that I meet have kids already. So,
Yeah.
you know, so I have my 2, they'll have their 1 or 2, so that's, you know, 3 to 4. Do I really? I don't really need more than that, right?
No,
So
yeah, you're kind of like getting yourself into like a Brady Bunch, you know.
yeah,
And that's how I was when I was 33 whenever I met Beth, but I was single
yeah,
and that's what I thought it was. I had 0 kids and I was like, I mean, people my age don't not have kids. So to find
yeah,
someone, I mean, I obviously went a little bit younger
yep,
than my age, which helped a little bit, but still, even at her age, whenever I met her, most women have kids. So I mean, I
yeah.
kind of got lucky, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Brady
I'd say you
Bunch,
did. You definitely
yeah,
did. That's cool,
oh
man.
yeah,
That's
right,
awesome.
right,
Good for you.
well, just getting lucky in that sense, but also lucky because she's a cool ass girl.
Yeah, you
She
do
wants
have
to
a
party like
a
us.
good one. You both
Yeah, that's
do.
for sure.
So good for
Well,
you guys.
sure. Well, on
Well,
that note,
on that note, yeah, I think what we should do is get into our most featured segment. And Kevin, if with that, go ahead and hit us up.
Hey, man. I've been thinking a lot lately.
What you thinking about?
Hey! You know what
Oh
time it
boy.
is? It's time for Hot Topics and Hot Takes. That's where we tell you what we've been thinking about. We've been thinking about a lot lately.
We've been
because
thinking a
there's
lot
going on
lately.
in this world. A lot of crazy stuff. So, Ryan, the way this works is we have 3 topics to discuss, and we come up with kind of funny topic names. I mean, they might be funny, but behind it there might be some seriousness. But we'll give you 3 funny hot topic names, and you get to choose which one you want to discuss first. So I'm gonna name these off for you, and just listen to all 3 before you decide which one you want to discuss first.
Okay.
Okay, let's get into it. So the first topic name is Star Spangled Hammered. The second topic name is Just the Tip. And the third is Bad Gas Killed the Band. So we have Star Spangled Hammered, Just the Tip, and Bad Gas Killed the Band. What do we want to go for?
We'll start with Star Spangled Hammered.
Do you
that's
know what
right.
this one's about? Probably
No idea.
No idea.
Really?
Okay.
Not
Well,
really.
I think you do know, but just the name was throwing you off. So recently, this past weekend at the World Series,
The Home Run Derby.
Yeah, the home run derby.
yeah, why did I say World Series? Because we were just talking about. I was saying the World Series.
Yeah.
Home Run Derby. The national anthem was sang, and it was sang by, what was her name?
Ingrid.
You know? She
Ingrid.
was a Grammy Award winner.
Yeah, 4-time
You think
Grammy
I would
Award
have
winner or nominee.
researched the name? But anyways, it was an epic fail, and she later came out and said that she was hammered and that she was going to check herself into rehab. I think we have the video of it.
Yeah.
Kevin, if you want, pull it up so we can see it as viewers. And listeners, you can listen to it.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Started out okay.
So proudly we
Yeah, I had high hopes.
do, but
Pat
I
McAfee roasts her.
With broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched.
This lady sucks.
Were so gallant. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
Bro.
that our flag was still
Ouch.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Ugh.
there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Yep.
Who is this? Is this
And
his
the
kid?
home of the brave.
Hell yeah, baby!
So
All
what's
right.
crazy about it is for somebody that's, I mean, I don't know if she knew she was doing that bad. She had to have been drunk that she didn't know, but she really stretched that out. And
That's
made
what
it
it
that
makes you
much
want to
worse.
do.
But oh goodness, I kind of feel for her. I mean, I was telling Kevin,
I don't.
I think I didn't see an earpiece in her ear, and I think that she was so hammered. She started out okay, and then she fell off pitch, and she just never recovered.
I'm
I don't feel bad for
completely
her.
against everything you just said.
I don't feel
Really?
bad for her, Jake, and here's why. She's a Grammy-nominated
Right, right.
professional singer.
Right.
I'm sure she's worth some money. I don't give a shit. She's terrible. That was absolutely terrible.
But
And
yeah,
you can
there's
absolutely tell watching back there. You can tell she was smashed. You can tell that she was drunk.
For sure. Oh
Um,
yeah.
So I get it. The nerves, get the best of you, and you want to, take a load off, have a couple drinks before you go out there and do that. But you cannot. That is just bad. That's really bad.
I don't know. Hey, I feel like we live in a simulated world right now, to be honest with you, with the whole Trump thing going on. You have this going on. There's part of me thinks that she wasn't even drunk at all, and her PR person was like, "Look, you don't have anything on tour like coming up. Let's just say that you're going to check yourself into rehab." And by the way, she also said, quote, "I hear it's fun. Rehab is fun."
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
So,
funny.
like,
That's funny that
really?
you say that, Ryan. It's funny that you say that because that was going to be one of my questions. It was going to be, I feel like, yeah. I mean, that's you nailed it right on the head. Her PR people were like, well, the only way you can kind of recover from this is say I was drunk, and then
Yeah.
your PR people are also going to tell you like you have to say I'm checking myself in and seeking
Yeah.
help. Whether she does that or not, I doubt she does, but. I
yeah.
agree with you. I feel like maybe she wasn't even drunk. She was just that bad, or maybe she was drunk, but still, come
I
on.
think the first time I heard it, I thought, what you guys think. Watching it right there, right now, you can tell that person's drunk.
Right.
I think.
But still,
That's
you got to
just
be
my
that.
personal opinion.
You got to be responsible. enough,
Kevin,
like, you.
Kevin, I'm they would, I'm trying to even, how do I even put this? They would boo me off the stage at Crickets in Newburgh at karaoke, and I'm better than that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
I
know.
you think for a second I'm not going to be drunk doing that? You know
Right.
that's right. Definitely am.
Right,
So
right.
for a 4-time Grammy nominee to do that, and I get it. Kevin mentioned this at some point too. It is national anthem is a hard. It's a hard.
It's,
You
the,
know,
it's
track
one of the
to-
one of the
hardest
hardest
songs
songs
to
to
sing.
sing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
You have
of
to
course.
start low. If you start too high, you get too high, and there's no coming back.
because it changes.
But I also
the
said
key
this
and everything.
too. You have she's a nominee. That's great. This is a home run derby for the MLB.
Okay.
Why would you not get somebody like and Chris Stapleton that just blew the socks off of it
Right.
during a Super Bowl? I mean, like somebody that is just unbelievable. Why?
Like a
Why
Whitney
wouldn't?
Houston type person. I mean, that's
Yeah,
my
this
favorite
isn't
national anthem.
this isn't a Cardinals Cubs game or you know what I
Right, yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like this is millions
The
and millions
best
of
of the
viewers.
best.
Again,
Yeah.
they're getting a Grammy nominated singer, so they assume
Yeah.
she's
Well,
going
guess
to
what?
be
She
a
didn't
Grammy
win a
nominated
damn
singer.
thing.
No.
No.
And still, even so, like when I was talking with Beth, my wife, and we were saying like, you got to have some kind of type of control. Like if you know you're about to sing a national anthem in front of millions of people, millions of
Yeah.
viewers, and then tone it down maybe. Like don't have that extra shot or something. You know what I mean? Like how
Right.
do you get that crushed?
Well, hey, and that goes
I mean,
with
we've all been
your whole
there,
thing.
so
Then I
right,
guess
like you
she,
said, you could sing at crickets, but like at least you know your limits. I mean, you know how much you can drink
or
before you can't do it anymore. But
or sound halfway, not getting kicked off the stage.
decent.
But yeah, I mean, golly. And then you had Cody Johnson. Kevin definitely doesn't know who he is, but he's a country singer, and he's really good. But he just sang last night at the All-Star game, and he was badass. He's good.
Killed it.
Yeah, he killed it. So there's that. So at least there was some kind of like boom back for the red, white, and blue, right?
Right, he brought it back. He brought it back home. He's like,
Yeah,
it would have been
right.
fun if he would have just like apologized. I apologize for the home run.
I don't know
derby.
what just happened the day before, but I'm here to make it better, make the
Make
home run
amends.
derby better again.
Make the home run derby better again. Hey, I mean, I will say, Kevin, do you have the clip of we were going back on like horrible national anthems, and there's quite a few that I can remember,
Fergie.
but I do remember one that probably might beat this, and it's honestly, it's not so much that she sang it bad, it's just unfortunate. And
Yeah, I'll pull
Kevin,
it
do you
up.
have a clip of that?
Yep.
Are you looking it up?
Had to be Fergie.
Oh
No,
yeah, I
Fergie did
remember
okay.
Fergie's
She
was
just changed
bad.
it up.
When was that?
Oh,
She tried to change it. That's what I hated about it. She
that
tried to.
was at an
You,
NBA, like
She
something NBA.
didn't sound bad though. At least like she
but
just
she
changed
tried
the
to
whole thing.
change. You don't change it.
Yeah.
Want me to do full screen?
Guess not the
Oh,
lyrics.
Sorry.
that's the words.
Poor girl.
Can you see by the dawn's early light was the sorry.
Wow. Lost it twice.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
How have I never seen that?
Wait.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
How have I never seen that?
No.
Was that,
Just
by the way, why was
watching.
there Japanese captions?
Kevin, you moron.
I'll rewind it. Sorry.
Kevin, you moron.
Ooh.
Kevin, you moron.
Ooh.
So you rewinded or no? No. Okay.
I just did, didn't I? How do you want me to go all the way back?
That's okay.
Yeah, she fell. We
Yeah,
got
she
that.
can't-
And she walked off. She walked off in the middle of
The
it.
crowd got her to come back, and she fell.
My
She
bad.
fell on
Oh,
her
so
ass,
she
and-
came back on?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
she
she walked
walked
back
off,
out.
and the crowd got her to come back, and she walked out and slipped and fell on her back on the ice,
Oh, damn.
and then called it quits after that. So she messed up twice, and then decided to come back and.
Yeah,
Anyways.
so she wins.
Yeah, that's definitely worse.
She wins.
Oh
that's a
my
good-
God.
That's a good way to
cutting
end that
off
first.
point.
Yeah.
That's
Hilarious. Did you
hilarious.
notice
Yeah,
on
so
the
she
bottom
wins.
left of
She-
that clip, it was like Chinese, Japanese.
Yeah, well, it was probably just found from
Yeah, it was.
a Japanese website.
I
or
don't know where
something.
I found
That's
it.
my
I
whole
found.
point. That's my whole point. It's
Yeah.
noticed around the world. Oh, poor girl! I swear.
People are watching her failure all around.
Damn it!
Oh,
You know,
goodness.
like,
Son of.
never mind. I was gonna say like North Koreans are like, ha ha ha. Look,
Right.
this American, she fucked up.
Oh, they do that to us every day.
Oh, for sure. All right, I think that's a good
Next topic. Let's move
ending
on.
point. Yeah. So the topics that the two that we have left are just the tip and bad gas killed the band.
We'll do just the tip. We'll go
Just the
we'll go in
tip.
order.
All right, just the tip. It sounds funny, but in all seriousness, we kind of want to be a little bit PG and serious about this because this pertains to the attempted assassination of Donald Trump on, was it July 13th, this past Saturday, where Thomas Matthew Crooks attempted to assassinate Donald Trump. A man was killed. 2 other men are in critical condition. Or at least were in critical condition. I don't know what their status is now. But at this rally, Thomas Matthew Crooks, he was seen, actually, he was reported by the FBI and Secret Service as a person of interest 62 minutes before the rally. And actually, the Secret Service had him under surveillance 20 minutes before the shooting, and the sniper actually, it's come out reportedly, is not 100% sourced, but had him under his crosshairs for 3 minutes before the shooting, but was given the order to not fire. Now he went against that order after Thomas Matthew Crooks, shot at the president, and he ultimately put him down. But I think we have a video here which kind of just shows how maybe things kind of went awry and how maybe non-secure the area was.
We noticed a guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, and we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, oh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots rang out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at them for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
Did you see, obviously everyone, when the shooting started, everyone was very panicked. Did you see what happened to him at all?
Oh, yeah, they blew his head off.
Okay, sorry.
Secret Service blew his head off.
Okay, just be careful because we don't quite know who's watching, but you're pretty sure they shot the guy?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yep.
You saw that happen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And did you see them go up to him afterwards, or?
They crawled up on the roof. They had their guns pointed at him, make sure he was dead. He was dead, and that was it. It was over.
So I want to say something real quick. Saturday night, I didn't know that this happened. This was the very first video that I saw Saturday night on Instagram. I was just scrolling through Instagram after it happened. And so when I saw this, I thought it was a skit. Look at the guy's hair. It looked like the Muppet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so I was like, whoa, this is crazy. It was like, that's a kind of a morbid skit to make.
I know that. Yeah.
And then I looked it up, and then I really saw that that it actually happened. I was like, oh my God, holy shit! I went and woke up Beth. But yeah, wild. Anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So, well, I was gonna say, like, if you were watching the RNC at all tonight, there was a young dude um, interviewing people with, like, maybe just delegates before anybody came on stage or whatever, and he had a visor on with hair like that. Like,
Yeah, right. Yes,
it wasn't
Those
his
were
actual hair.
popular.
It was a
right.
it was
It's
a
one that
wig.
you buy,
Yeah.
like one of those,
Yeah.
like the hats with the
Yeah.
mullet on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's interviewing people. So make a joke of it as you will, but that part isn't a joke. I don't think they probably meant it that way, but
Yeah.
whatever. But man, I'll say this: like, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter.
Right.
A former president, gets shot in the ear on national TV. The dude
The first one of
stands
our
up.
lifetime, by the way. That was the
The
only
dude
assassination of our
stands
lifetime.
up, and blood is on his face. American flag in the background, and he holds his fist in the air and is fight, fight, fight. I
That was a
mean,
huge moment.
it
Yeah,
is,
for
and
sure.
it'll be remembered forever. It's like John Bender from The Breakfast Club, dude.
Right.
Like at the very end of the I mean, it's crazy. It's like I said earlier. It's like we're living in a simulation.
Right.
It's
I know. Right.
unbelievable.
And that's
So-
gonna be a topic in the future. But yeah, and before I even saw that where he did that, I was just like immediately, I hadn't seen that part first, and I was just like, oh, I was like, this, dude, he's golden. He's in. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
if you know me and Kevin, you know that we have no like political ties to either
Yeah.
side. We're just like kind of floating along, blah blah blah. So we're really unbiased. But like whenever I saw that, I was like, it's kind of gonna help him out a lot, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he just killed it. And then whenever I saw him do that, I was just like, wow,
Yeah.
that's that.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know.
he's yeah,
It's almost like a metaphor for where we are in this world. And I'm not going to get political at all, but I'll just say, like, it almost seems like we're really divided as a country, and to have that happen and on the biggest stage, and he stands up and does that, it's almost like he brought
a little bit of
even if
unity.
you weren't a Trump supporter,
yeah,
I feel like he brought people with him on just in that moment.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
You
he
know,
was,
yeah, I
so
agree.
no matter what, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian,
Yeah.
whatever the heck you are, you know,
Yeah.
vegetarian, nobody wants to see, like nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
see an American killed,
Yeah.
or assassinated. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that was kind of a unifying moment. And
Yeah.
one thing I did want to say though is, I will say I just did a lot of research right before we kind of got on here, and they did confiscate, his Thomas Matthew Crook's phone, and they went through it, and he was actually Googling both Joe Biden and Donald Trump's traveling schedules. So it almost seems like he would have went. It wasn't like it was almost like he didn't care who he killed. He wanted to kill
He
someone
wanted
important.
to get.
So-
He
And
wanted the
maybe Donald
limelight.
was the closest traveling to him, and
Well,
who knows? So I don't know.
So he's
ahead.
a registered Republican, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what they say.
He's a registered Republican. He donated. I know this isn't much, but he donated $15
Democrat.
to a party.
To the Democrat Party, right? He was a
Correct.
registered Republican, but he donated
Correct.
to the Democrats. Yeah.
Right. He is a 20-year-old human being that basically was in, I guess their high school had shooting they were not, we have archery around here. We don't have classes in high school where you could use firearms, but they did. And they said he was awful. He failed the class or whatever it may have
Really?
been.
They also
Yeah.
said Lee Harvey Oswald was a bad shot too.
Yeah.
Well, and not to be libelous, but what I remember hearing earlier before this was they nominated him most likely to, or maybe he wrote in his yearbook, most likely to shoot up a school. And I mean, I know he was severely bullied, and
I didn't
That's
hear
a whole
that.
other
So
topic.
you say severely
They said he
bullied,
was
but
bullied every day. I actually saw a video of a guy that kid who went to high school with him, and he said he was bullied every day, like
yeah,
horribly.
but
Yeah, so I mean,
yeah, and then you
there's no
see
excuse.
and then you see other videos and some documentation that this bullying comes from him talking about how he's a small dude, as you saw, from his mugshot, or not
Right.
mugshot, but whatever.
Whatever picture they showed.
10, I got a 10-inch penis, and so like making jokes about things to his bullies, like what? Well, I got a 10-inch penis, stuff like that. For real, I mean that's who he was.
So he kind of
Parents are
provoked stuff.
Yeah,
Brought it onto
provoked
himself.
it. His parents were looking for him 2 days, for about at least 24 hours to 48 hours before, called the FBI or called the police department. Nothing was done about it. You see him an hour before on the grounds, 150 yards away by that building, just walking around.
He tried to get
A lot
in,
of
but
red
he saw that they
flags.
were doing. They had metal detectors and stuff, so he.
Yeah. So, and they say, and this is what just irks me, because again, I don't care if it is a Republican up there speaking or a Democrat at this point, because all this is saying is that our Secret Service let them down, let us down as Americans. Yeah. Because what it's doing really is everybody's seeing this. North Korea's seeing this. China's seeing this. It's basically saying like we're weak. Like there's flaws, there's loopholes. We can get in.
Yeah.
And
You're right. I never thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, think about this though. Like they, about I guess like a couple weeks prior. Now there's more breaking news alerts and all this stuff that Iraq. That's maybe some ties to that they just came out and said that they wanted Trump assassinated. So who knows? Again, we're living in a simulation. All these conspiracy theories, and the reason conspiracy theories happen, just like it did during JFK, is because the Secret Service should have came out immediately and said something. And now that the director of the Secret Service, she needs to be fired ASAP.
Down, yeah.
Definitely. I mean, so that
how do
that
you
building
call a ceasefire on that? Where you see a guy on a building with excuse my language, with a rifle.
Yeah.
Oh, because apparently there's a 3-degree, here's the top of a building, but apparently like it was like this. Here's our Secret Service up here, so they say they couldn't have seen it. Come on. First off,
they showed one. They said they had him in the crosshairs for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
up to the
he can see him through.
You know what I mean? Like
scope.
they have him. There's a lot that's not being told. I mean, like I said, they were watching him for 20 minutes up to the shooting. So they knew where he was. They knew he had a gun.
You have to think something is going on.
Yeah.
We are the United States of America.
Right.
We have more resources than any country in the world. We should have had which if it was President Biden speaking, there would have been 9 million drones above.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, there would have been drones. There would have been, but they said that at that time, because it was out of, it was 150 yards or whatever it was. I believe 130, 150. I believe it was 150. That was local jurisdiction that was supposed to be covering that, right?
Yeah. And they denied it. I saw that.
And they denied it
because they didn't have the manpower or something. There was supposed to be a local deputy at that building watching it.
Kevin, I bet you $1 million right now. You give me 2 weeks every single day with a rifle, AK. What do you have? A AR-15.
Yeah.
He had an AR-15. You give me 2 weeks every day. I guarantee you, I would be able to hit a target from 150 yards.
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Especially if you're just laying down, and you can rest.
So why is that? Why? First off, why is that not even in the scope? It's a high building too, right?
And not to mention, there's not that many buildings where that rally was. Why not have a guard at every single building.
Yeah,
Or on
absolutely.
top
That's
of
what
every
I'm
single
saying.
building.
Why, even if it's
Yeah.
150 yards, I guess, but
There was like
because the
6
local
buildings.
jurisdiction, but why not have a local cop up there? I mean, I don't know.
Right.
There's a lot that I feel like
It is.
we're not
It
gonna know.
reminds me of the
No,
movie Shooter. Like
no.
Yeah,
they
Give
pick
them
some
more
guy out
Secret
of the
Service.
crowd
Give them
and
more
they're
support.
gonna frame him.
yeah.
You're gonna be a hero, because you're gonna do this, and then they do it, and they
Hey, by the way, did you see that? Once he goes down, they're all like guarding him, doing all that, and and bless her heart, whatever. But I'll say this. I'll say two things here. The girl that was blocking her, and then she was trying to holster her gun like 5 times, couldn't get it in. Seriously, it's like a simulation that went
Yeah.
terribly wrong.
like
Well,
glue.
and I guess what we're not considering too, and I know like military has this down. Like when chaos happens, they're all there, and you would think the Secret Service is in that same boat, but it's the same shit. Like again, back to like JFK, like there was the one Secret Service guy was not following his car. He got out of step for 1 second, and chaos happened. And you think that as you're in that moment, you would hope that our Secret Service and people that are supposedly trained to handle chaotic situations like that would come in and work how they're
Yeah.
supposed to. But
Perform under
again, they are
pressure.
humans too. So
True.
you're gonna have
Nope.
have mess ups.
Nope,
I'm just
no
I,
excuse.
I,
Shouldn't.
I'm not
See,
saying
that's
there's an
that's the
excuse, but
difference between I mean this when I say this. That's the difference between me, you, and these people.
Right.
Yeah.
They are human, but they're not human.
They aren't human.
These
They're
are
subhuman.
supposed to be the best of the best,
right.
protecting our country,
They're taking
protecting our
Kims.
president, our
Yeah.
anybody in that circle, right? So like the director of the Secret Service says, my goal is to what you say, like our goal is to raise women or to hire 30% more women. No, that is unacceptable. You know what you do? You hire the best qualified person,
Oh my
whether
God,
it
it's
be a
Jason
woman or a
Bourne.
man.
Yeah.
This isn't some corporate America where you have to like abide by some quota
Right.
to get money.
We don't need.
No.
Yeah.
This
It's
is
not
you're
about like
protecting
diversity.
America here,
It's about
man.
who's the best. Yeah. We're
Yeah.
protecting we're protecting our most important person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems so simple, but
Yeah.
politics are politics, man, and it gets
Yeah.
deep. And I would love to be a
Yes,
fly on the wall, that's for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
Get in the situation room.
I think
No, but you had a
Hey,
couple other
by the way,
points.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. The best thing I think came out of it. The funniest thing that came out of it. Did you know the very next day he went golfing?
Yes.
Jake was going to
I
talk
was going to
about
bring
that.
that
Yeah.
up. So he
Yes.
did go golfing. He did a couple other things too. But this is another funny thing though, and I think this is genius because I would do
Yeah.
it too. But whenever he was golfing, I didn't see anything on his ear. But then whenever he made his first public appearance, he had like that big like maxi
Yeah.
pad
Yeah.
on his ear. Like
And
of
Right.
course
again,
you
yeah.
got to do that.
You do. I
Yeah.
mean, you're
You hear what
stupid
he-
if you don't embellish that.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
did you hear
one
what he
more thing
said though?
What?
So when he was while he was golfing, he made a long ass putt, right? You know what he said? He said, "You know what? This is a fact, by the way. This isn't me just making it up." He makes this long ass putt, and he looks at the guy he's playing with. He goes, "You know what the difference is between me and the guy that tried to assassinate me? I don't miss."
That's
And that's
crazy.
when he made that putt.
When he
That's
made it.
bold.
I mean,
He
yeah,
made the putt.
the
bold.
balls, and I
He's the
mean,
only one
like,
who can say that
That's
now.
a-
You know,
that's a
that's
fact, by the way.
crazy.
he can literally be like, somebody tried to assassinate me. Like that's how important I am. But one thing I wanted to bring up, and Kevin, I want you to pull this up, is he's kind of his own hero in a sense. I mean, I've seen many videos. I pulled this one, and it's probably not even the greatest one, but that turn of the head. Have you seen any of those videos where he saved himself? He turned his head
Yeah,
at
that's
the
divine intervention,
last
man.
second, and the angle of those bullets. One video I
Oh.
saw, two of them nipped him, got him, but this one just shows one. But the angle of the bullet, the trajectory was going through his head until he turned his head at the last second. Go ahead, Kevin, if you
Yeah, I'll
if
throw
you
it up
can.
here.
Watch him turn. Ready now. Boom. And that's what it was.
Yeah. So
I saw like AI. I saw some that were like AI simulations too, and it proved that this was correct. That it would have ended up going through his head like that if he wouldn't have turned his head. And that's just crazy.
it is. I mean, it's definitely divine intervention, but
Sure.
Oh, dude, yeah, for sure.
Hopefully not
It's
Final Destiny.
great movies, by the way.
Great movie.
Wait, that's What? Which
Final
one?
Destination.
1 through 8.
All of them, yeah, right.
The first one was good. I
But
don't know about
what
the
I was
others.
gonna say is, did you catch that clip where there was the still picture of that bullet
Yeah, you
behind?
can see. Yeah, I did send one to Kevin, but I didn't put it up on our drive.
That'll be, what do you call that whenever that picture is sent in and you win an award?
Oh yeah, like it's not
like
a Nobel Prize, but like it's got to be for like photography.
something like in that, whatever that is for photography.
You can see like it's like a stream,
and then the American flags behind it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Like I was talking with Beth, it will be in history books. I mean, think about and
so I told my 6-year-old daughter.
Even if it would have went the wrong way, you know what I mean? It'd definitely be in history books, but it's going to be in history books. I mean, think about like even like, Robert Kennedy, senator, who was assassinated. Like people our age still know that name, and this is just something that people are going to remember forever. It's going to be, like, the JFK,
and then
it's going to be like a 9/11. Everybody's going to remember where they were whenever they heard it. Whenever they heard the news.
I definitely remember 9/11 where I was taking the ISEP test.
We all were. Yeah.
We were taking the ISEP.
Jake and I were in the same room.
I saw
that.
And
I was like, what are the Twin Towers?
I know. Me too. And then I knew about the Pentagon, but we got out early because of ISEP, and so we actually saw this. I saw the second one hit.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. I mean, we're getting off on a tangent, but like
yeah.
I mean, this whole situation is wild, but I do think it's going to help him. Like I said, I don't swing one way. I'm not even like a real political person, but I kind of saw him winning anyways, and I think it's just going to help him even more.
Yeah, I think so.
Not to say he's going to win or whatever, whoever's listening or viewing. But it doesn't hurt. Like I said, it brought America at least together in a fact that nobody wants to see.
I'll throw a prediction out there. Again, I'm not saying I'm affiliated with any Republican, Democrat on this cast, but I'll also this prediction. So Biden, he has COVID now, so he's asking, do I have a better chance of winning, or does Harris? He's already asking that. He's backing out, saying that now rent can't go up more than 5%. So he's backing. He's trying his hardest to reform everything to get back. But my prediction is he will not be the nominee because they have 4 weeks left for their DNC. So
it's gonna be a wild show. But I think
we got one more topic.
Good way to end it. Yeah, we still have one more topic, and we're going over, but we love to go over with our friends because we always just have so much fun.
Do.
So this kind of correlates to the last topic. The last one is bad gas kills the band. And basically what this pertains to is, if you don't know the band Tenacious D, it's with Jack Black and Kyle Gass. And they were on tour, and was it this past week?
It was probably Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday it was Kyle
Gass's, I just heard about that.
Yeah, Kyle Gass's birthday, and on stage, Jack Black brought out a birthday cake, and then we would just let the viewers and listeners see what happened, and then we can discuss it. Are you ready for that?
Yep.
Happy birthday, dear Kyle. Happy birthday. Make a wish, Kyle. Don't mess us up next time.
So I know that wasn't super clear, but if you heard him, he said, "Don't miss Trump next time."
So
And
real quick, who was the guy in the costume?
who was the
It
guy?
wasn't
What?
either one of them. It was just a prop, right? Just a random
Yeah,
person.
prop guy.
Jack Black was on the right. He's the one singing.
Yeah.
And Kyle Gass is the other member of Tenacious D, and he's the one
Right.
that was his birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
Okay.
his birthday. He said, "Don't miss Trump
He was
next
the guy in
time."
the yellow.
And because of it, there's been some backlash. So apparently, Jack Black, he has come out and canceled the rest of their tour. And I don't know if he's like condemned Kyle Gass. I know they're great friends.
He also
But
said they're stopping all creative projects until further notice
now,
between the band.
now what I want
Yeah, I saw
what I
that.
want to ask is, so I mean, I know I'm pretty positive. I don't want to be libelous, but I'm pretty certain Jack Black is a pretty
Democrat.
big Democrat, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this is just PR to save face, his perception. But what do you think about that? I mean, do you think that that's something that should warrant canceling a tour? I mean, I know there's freedom of speech and stuff like that. I mean, like, with this cancel culture, I don't necessarily, I don't really agree with a lot of cancel culture. I think that if you say certain things, like really racist things, or
Mhm.
anti-Semitic, or super homophobic and stuff like that, I mean, yeah, you probably should be canceled. But with something like that, what do you think? Do you think that warrants like canceling the tour, or
Yeah. So
it's very unprofessional? But like,
what? Yeah, of course. But I guess the whole thing is it's a business, right? Like what he does, it's a bit. Ultimately, it's a business. He's a performer. He does things, but it's a business. So when you do things like that, is something that is so directed and like aimed towards something like that, especially what just happened.
yeah,
Something has to happen, right? Democrat or Republican.
too
I
soon.
think well, definitely too soon. I think that it would be in his best interest to say that, and he did do that, and then give it a couple months, and he'll probably put it back on.
Right.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
my thought.
I think,
Let everything cool off.
yeah.
I agree with you,
So
Ryan.
Jack Black, I mean, Tenacious D. If anybody's familiar with them, you're probably familiar with Jack Black, even if you're not familiar with Tenacious D. Jack Black, in a
I'm
sense,
familiar with
is
Jack
the
Black. You
only
nuts?
any
I mean,
is
Goosebumps.
the
Are you serious?
face. But Jack Black's the only one who has a career outside of that, right? He's the only
Right.
one that's hurting because of the words that were said by his bandmate. It affects him in his everyday life. It would affect him probably in getting future movie roles, all of that, if he didn't step in front of it and do something like that. So, do I think that they should cancel their tour? Probably not. But because I'm assuming, it's whatever. It is what it is. But I do think that he had to do something. He had to do it quick, and that was probably the right move that he was advised to do at that time, just to save face and make sure
Yeah.
that he doesn't get canceled, essentially, because he
Yeah.
would be the one getting canceled. Kyle Gass, nobody's going to really care about, to be honest with you.
1000%.
Right.
Yep. That's exactly right. I didn't
No,
even think about. I
honestly,
mean, go ahead.
no. Just listening to kind of what you guys said, that it makes more sense, because I was kind of for like this is kind of ridiculous, but it makes kind of more sense how you guys kind of explained it. Like, it is a
Yeah. I
business,
mean,
and he's
at the end
got
of the
his
day, it's a
reputation, whatever.
business.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his career, right? So, like,
Right.
if he doesn't take action on this, it doesn't. I mean, you draw people from the right and the left, but if you don't make a decision and like immediately and do something about it, then you're right, Kevin. Even though a lot of LA may be a little bit more liberal, whatever, it could affect his future
Future
earnings,
career.
whether it comes to movies and deals and endorsements, whatever it may be. So you have to make some kind of
Yeah.
a decision.
And then, like you
Yeah.
said, like, let it cool off for a couple months, and then maybe, go back
Yeah.
and reassess. And And
That's
then
what I
you
think's
can,
going to happen.
I
yeah,
feel like they may be done, truthfully, just because I don't know their story, but Jack Black is a driving force in that band, and he is. It's just the way it is. He's the one that brings the people. So it's his decision. If he just wants to cut ties with Tenacious D and start his own band, he can do
But
that.
that's irrelevant though, because think
Yeah,
about
it
like
is.
even if he does do that, that's fine. But the fact that he's doing this, canceling it, is speaking volumes of his stance of like, I can be a Democrat, but I don't accept hate.
I don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
There's
don't
a
get
big
on
difference
this.
between being a Democrat, but I don't want hate. I don't accept it.
sure.
Right.
We can
I
argue, we
know.
can debate all day long, but when it comes to, you're talking about, you're
Someone's
hoping
life.
somebody just got shot and
Yeah,
killed. Are
it's
you
just
nuts?
not the
Yeah,
right thing to say
that's
at all.
Yeah. So
that's to the extreme.
Yeah.
right.
No, I
So
agree. And but so what do you think about like what do you think Kyle Gass is feeling? Like, do you think he's remorseful, or do you think he's
He's
like,
made some statements. I'm sure he's probably not. I mean, he probably meant what he said in a sense.
yeah,
Seriously. I mean, why say
yeah,
something like that if you didn't actually
yeah,
believe
because
that?
he's not a
He's only
comic. He's
remorseful
not a
because he got in
comic.
trouble for it. Yeah.
yeah, I think so too. And I think yeah, people that will say something like that without thinking, with no filter, it takes a certain type of person. You know what I mean? Like,
He knew what he was
ha-
gonna say.
yeah, have a little bit of tact. You know what I mean? Like,
Now, if you if you think about Jack Black 30 years ago, if that happened, would he have done it? That's the real question.
right, whenever he was young and wild
Yeah, and
and
not
didn't care.
and not well off,
Yeah,
and so I don't know.
that is
There's levels. I mean, it's deeper than what we know, but I
right.
mean that's
Yeah.
But I mean, I think you said it best though. Like, there is a fine line between like what you stand for and pure hate,
yeah,
and
exactly.
nobody should wish something like that
No,
upon, especially
absolutely not.
specifically another American, but let alone another human being.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
there was
doesn't matter.
certain
To be honest with
dictators,
you,
I'm sure, but
sure. Yeah, Castro, Hitler, bye bye.
Hitler, yeah,
But I mean, come on.
right.
Yeah,
That's
All
we're
right.
all
that's
Americans.
apples and
We're
oranges.
all Americans. We all have families.
That's right. Yeah,
So
and he does, and he's got a family, and he's got,
yeah.
and people are, I mean, millions of people are depending
I
on him.
think we lose our values sometimes. Not we, but they do. Being in positions that they are, that
Hmm.
think that they're a little bit more powerful than they are,
Like your
and
untouchable
they forget
person.
the humanization of things. Like, we are humans. We have families. We have kids that go to schools and that come home to us, and we cook dinner for, breakfast for, like that. We tuck into bed. Like, that's human. I mean,
Right,
that's what life is, right? So
right.
I think
It's
sometimes that
sacred.
gets lost. That
It's
gets
sacred.
lost
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
politics are so
People
screwed
get
up right
ramped up
now.
about it.
All
That's awesome,
right.
dude. I'm so glad that we had you. You really have had some awesome input on these topics. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a really good kind of stopping point, and if it's okay, I think we'll probably just get into our last little segment where we ask Ryan a bunch of rando questions. So with that, Kevin, if you got it.
Let's get weird. Let's get weird.
Hey, pass me them bath salts, dog. I'm trying to get real weird.
Ooh,
Hey, that's our favorite part.
You know what
is
that
that
is.
Kern?
It is
Yeah, that's
Kern, man.
right.
That was
So
our
with
song
that,
Let's Get Weird from
let's
way
get
long ago.
weird from OJ
OJ
Jackson.
Jackson, shout out.
Shout out OJ. We are going to get into this next segment. We just heard that tune. That means it's time for Spitfire questions. This is where we ask Ryan a bunch of random Spitfire questions, and we try to get his input, try to trip him up. So
Oh,
we do
oh,
have a few of the questions, but the first question that we really wanted to ask you was, all right, you ready for these?
hold on. Hey, I got a little bourbon on ice real quick. Hold on.
There you go. Get that bourbon going. You're gonna need this bourbon.
Ooh.
It's about to get
'Cause we
real
really want
weird.
to hear your input on these.
All right.
All right, so this is a would you rather type question. So, would you rather have everyone you know be able to hear all your thoughts, or would you have everyone you know have access to all of your Google history with your worst stuff up front? This is a tough
I'm a
one.
dirty dog, man.
I'm a dirty dog too, and I know what mine would be. I discussed this with coworkers today. I discussed this with my boss today.
It honestly, it would be my thoughts for sure.
You would
and
get rid
I
of thoughts, or would you
wait?
keep
You
thoughts?
say get rid of?
Which one would you get? Which one would you have them be able to have access to?
Yeah,
My
your
thoughts.
thoughts are
You think you can
Yeah.
control your thoughts?
No, not even that, man. I think for me personally, I was talking to somebody last night about this. Pride's been a big thing for me, and so I think that because I mean I don't really have that crazy thoughts. I mean, yeah, females are awesome, love them. I mean, what else? What other thoughts do I have? But my
guy
Google
thoughts.
history is way worse, dude.
Yeah, yeah. See, I disagree. My Google history is absolutely horrible. I mean, like, you know,
That's what I'm
what does your
saying.
Google
So I
history
would,
have? Like, some like
bestiality.
dog on woman type stuff, or I don't even care if people know that stuff. Like, they can see how crazy or gross I am. I don't care about that, but if people knew my thoughts, everybody would probably hate me more.
no.
'Cause
See, I feel
'cause I
like
think horribly.
I'm a pretty open book, like in my mind. Like the only thing that's in my mind is worry sometimes, and it's
Yeah.
weird. But
Anxiety,
so
worry,
that's
yeah.
where I
They
go
would just
back
see your
to.
vulnerabilities.
Yeah, swear to God, I think it's like I had a struggled a lot growing up in my later adulthood of pride, right? And so um just saying, like, asking for help when I needed help, not with drinking, but like financially, even like just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, man, like I'm hurting right now. This is where I'm at. And then you do stupid shit. So, but as far as my internet history, I mean, give me one other dude that's like me that doesn't have the same damn thing. So
Right, exactly. That's why
That's
I
why
was
he's
concerned
saying.
about my
That's
Google
why he's
history, 'cause
saying he's okay
everybody's
with the
gonna
Google
know that,
history.
and I don't care
Right.
if people think that I'm gross and they don't want to hang out with me. That benefits me because I don't like
You don't
want to
hang out with them
people
anyway.
anyways.
that's fair.
But yeah, I mean that's kind of really insightful that you would say thoughts, because I would say opposite. Not
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you think that, because probably, like I said, yeah, most of your thoughts are, like you said,
Look,
more
I tell
worries.
Kevin a lot. Kevin knows a lot about me as far financially, not anywhere else, but just like my life, like how we are, as my family is, and all that stuff. So like I'm um, pretty open book. I feel like than most humans are, especially men. And I found that out to be beneficial to me, and it's like lethargic to me. It's very beneficial to be
Are you
able to have
saying,
those
like,
conversations.
to have those conversations and open up and realize that that's kind of a worry that everybody else
Yeah,
has?
because then I don't have to pay for a therapist.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the type that I would never go to a therapist, but
I wouldn't
if you
either.
do, that's great. If it works for you, that's
Oh, I
just
think
not like
everybody needs a therapist.
needs a therapist. Maybe
There's
it would
nothing
work for
wrong
you.
with therapy.
But there's different types of therapy,
there's
Ryan. So
absolutely
what?
zero wrong with therapy. I think if it works for you, it is. I see me getting in there and not opening up, but maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong. But I definitely have had. I have a friend who, me and him have communicated several times, because financial issues is a big thing for me too, as far as vulnerability. And I know for this person too, it was at one point, and it would be like every 6 months, one of us would be like having almost like a breakdown, like financially, and we'd have to like talk each other off the cliff. You know what I mean? And it was cool that way that we could do that. And then, you know, time would go by, and it was like, man, I really appreciate you doing that because everything
Yeah,
is
man.
going to get better, and
Yep.
and so I really do appreciate the fact that you said that because
Yeah.
Well, and I
that's kind of
think
what it is.
to your point, Jake, about therapy and stuff, like basically what you're telling me, Ryan, is that you get more out of talking it out with your close group of friends, and you know getting a brain trust type of deal with your
Right.
your close friends than you would out of therapy. And that's the way I feel like therapy wouldn't work for me. I feel like me talking it through with people that are in the same boat as me, friends of mine
Yeah.
that I
Yeah.
trust,
Yeah.
I'm going to be more open to them than I am probably to
Yeah.
a therapist.
Yep.
It's
That's
good to
just
have
me.
a good friend group like that.
Yeah. You find out who you can. It's not who you can trust, but who you can be vulnerable with, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with being vulnerable with dudes.
No,
And
especially as a like like
yeah,
for
I'm
men
38 years old. Like it's not like it used to be,
right.
but you grow and you learn and you make mistakes. And some of these friends have been a part of all of those. And then you realize that, damn, all I had to do was ask or
Yep.
have that conversation. And maybe they had a little bit more insight than you did because
Yeah.
now you're thinking, with the right side of your brain, not the left and the right. So,
Exactly. It's
or
not like our dads or like the 70s
or
dads.
or your main muscle down there. So
Yeah.
just whatever it may be.
Right. But that's okay. You can tell them about that stuff, and because that they've all are thinking and going through the same stuff or
Exactly.
similar stuff. So
Yeah, and you also find out who you are. You find out who you are as a man. You find
And-
out who your friends are that
right.
trust
And
you as a man.
another thing that's comforting is knowing that your peers go through the same worries as you. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, at least I'm
Sure.
not in this alone. You know what I mean? That's kind of
You know what the
comforting in
coolest
itself.
part is that you realize that you're not alone,
Yeah.
and you are able to open up other people because you're being
Exactly.
vulnerable.
Right.
They're not. They're like hidden behind this thing that
Yeah.
everything's great. Facebook's a thing, man. So
Right.
you see all these posts. Everything's great, 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 great. No, it's not.
No, it's
No, it
not.
ain't.
It's all
Not at
facade.
all. You're
Yeah.
fucked. You're screwed.
Yeah.
Excuse my language, but
Yeah.
Your time.
No, you're good.
nobody's perfect.
Do you
Right.
guys
So
want to
then
have
you-
like a good cry together too, like on air?
Yeah.
Should we do that? That'd be good for.
You're going a little too far. I don't do that, but I think the last time I cried was whenever the Colts lost the Super Bowl to the Saints. But no,
I was at
honestly, it was-
Hacienda when I was 9 years old in North Carolina. Lost the national championship.
Oh boy.
Back.
Oh, the Tar Heels.
Hello.
We got some
No,
more.
honestly,
Shout out to
for
Matt
you.
Sturgeon.
I cry a lot. My boys died.
All right,
Not
what's
to
the next
get
one?
off topic. But anyways, all right, let's get to another one.
Let's not get sad.
Yeah, let's not get sad. Anyways, okay, this is a good one, I think. This is funny. Okay, so brush your teeth or wipe your butt. You have to give up one. Which one would it be and why?
Oh, are you insane?
That's insane. Are you nuts?
Definitely, I would stop brushing my teeth.
Everybody says that, I think. But listen, there's
no listening.
There's bidets.
Have you ever walked
There's
around
bidets,
with
bro.
itchy butt?
But you're not around bidets everywhere.
I don't care.
You can be
Wait,
in
no
this
brush
day and
teeth.
age,
No, I'm
man.
saying
$30. I'll carry
I
one with
would-
me everywhere.
No, I'm saying I would always wipe my ass. I would stop brushing my teeth.
Right.
What we're saying is that there's a bidet out there, so you could have a clean butthole all the time, essentially cleaner than not wiping.
Right.
Well, I learned that in
you're not
college.
always access to bidets, so you're at work. There's no bidets. You can't go all day.
There
without
can
it.
be. I
Okay.
can put one on the toilets at work
But
really easily.
Dude, listen
I
to
wish
me.
I would have
Think
pulled
about this.
pictures up of, because I knew he was going to say teeth. I wish I would have pulled pictures up of. I've seen some people that hadn't brushed their teeth. I just recently that hadn't brushed their teeth in like 13 years, and like the plaque that grew and stuff.
You
it
can
was
get veneers, bro.
true. I mean,
I'm not gonna sit here and walk around with like. Have you ever? I mean, swamp ass is one thing, dude. Think about the having
dangles,
shit stuck.
the
Oh,
itching,
dude,
yeah, the itching.
are you nuts? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you think about it, you're walking around with shit in your pants, so that's gonna smell more in your breath anyway.
True.
You can throw a breast mint in. You can't throw a butt mint in.
I think
That's right.
I think that one was clear. I asked people at work, and they all said that too, and I agree. Let my teeth fall out. I'm not gonna smell like ass.
No.
All right.
All
Well, I
right, we'll
think we
get
got
into the
one more,
last
don't
one.
we?
So this is kind of a crazy one because it could even pertain to stuff that we talked about recently. But what outrageous conspiracy theory do you think might actually seem like a logical argument? It could be like flat Earth. It could be the moon landing. It could be assassination attempt on Donald Trump. It could be JFK. It could be. Is there a conspiracy? Do you believe in conspiracy theories? And if so, like, which one? I mean, me and my wife we're really big into conspiracy theories, and
Yeah. I guess
Was
mine
it
would be the moon landing.
I'm glad you
the
said
moon
that
landing?
because I
Yeah.
agree with you. I think that there's a conspiracy out there with the moon landing.
I mean, when you're on the moon, is there wind?
They've got like
No.
isn't there like
And
proof
apparently
that
they lost all the footage, and they don't have they
But
lost all the technology to
is
get
there?
back to the
But
moon.
is
How do you
there?
do that? How do you do
That's
Yeah.
the
that? How do you
question.
lose all the
well,
yeah,
and
how
the
do you lose
footage supposedly isn't even the footage that we know of. There's theories behind that. I watched something on I think it was on Rogan recently, and like
who was the
the
director supposed
filming
to
of
be?
it.
Robert Kudrick or
Yep.
yeah.
Kudrick is it? I don't know if is it Robert. I'm not.
But they
It
showed
may
they
be,
showed
but
how you could have created that video from
yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that
Yeah.
moon landing video from Earth. So there's
And I also
there's
just saw a video recently of a guy who found the actual like the crater, the mountain that's in the background. He found
Right.
like the location of like
Yeah.
where
On
it was,
Earth.
and yeah, on Earth, and it looks like
yeah.
exactly dead on.
Yeah. So you
Pretty
have a
wild.
waving flag.
Right.
On
With the
on.
shadows are mismatched.
So yeah, but the flag is like,
Rippling.
rippling.
Yeah.
There is no wind on
Yeah.
on the
Right.
moon.
Yeah.
So
And like I said, the shadows were mismatched. And back then, it seems plausible because we were in a space
damn
race,
it, Neil
right?
Armstrong.
I know. And have you ever seen the video where they came back from supposed the moon landing? Have you
Oh
ever
yeah.
seen the video? I wish I would have brought that one up too. Had you
That
pull
would
that up,
have been
Kevin?
fantastic.
They were
Yeah,
like,
we would've known.
you could tell they were terrified, like they were like either they were kind of threatened or they were like, what the F is going on?
I'll tell you what. There's so many conspiracy theories out there, but Russia obviously was like that was everything, right? So we were trying to get to the moon before Russia, correct?
Yeah.
I mean that was the whole thing.
Yeah, this is
and
the
so
space race.
yeah,
And they
it
were
was a
beating
space
us.
race.
They were
Yeah.
beating us. They were beating our
They were
ass.
beating us. Yep.
Yeah.
Is it
1000%.
convenient
And
that Kennedy said, this decade of the 60s, we're going to get to the moon, and they get to the moon in 1969, right
Right.
before the 1970s.
yeah, and so you have that, and all of these things are happening, and at that time, they didn't have technology like we do now, right? But they have this much technology in America, where Russia does not. So they were able to manipulate, especially I guess later on, and have these conversations. But Man, I remember in freshman forum. So freshman forum at Harrison was half the semester was history and half was English. So we did literally 6 weeks of Oswald and of the JFK, excuse me, not Oswald, but JFK assassination. And
we could have an whole episode on that one, man. I know a lot about that.
And it was the best. I swear to God, it was better than any class I've ever taken in college, any class I ever taken in high school, anywhere. And I wish to God I could remember like 40% of it. But the things I do remember, you remember.
Blew your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it blows your mind, but you get older and you realize, this doesn't add up.
Right.
So you have educators teaching you this, but I feel like they aren't responsible to tell you what you should believe, which is awesome. They make it to where you are responsible to, defend your own opinion.
Come up with your
own opinion.
And you gotta remember that it's a conspiracy until it isn't. So
1,000%.
It was a conspiracy about, child and sex trafficking until all these huge busts started going on, and it just became, available to the public to see that what's going on.
Right.
They had that big bust a few years back where 100 Disney and outside Disney employees got busted and for child trafficking. And think about all those back door tunnels and stuff that they got in Disney. How easy would it be? And I will tell this little story real quick because I think the viewers will like this. So I was almost a product of one of those. So whenever I was 4 years old, my parents took me to Disney World. Kevin knows the story, and Ryan, listen to this.
Dude, what?
It gives people chills. But so when we were in Disney, I was 4 years old, and I remember being there vividly. I remember a lot of stuff. But whenever we're there,
by the way,
unreal. And this is real. So whenever we were there, I wandered off, and I was lost, and my parents just freaked. This is before my sister was born, and so my dad ran off, and he went to go get the park help, and my mom was just frantically looking for me, and she was looking for me, and all of a sudden she turned around, and the sea of people just opened up. And I feel like I kind of remember this, honestly. Turning around, my mom ran into me, but my mom ran over to me, and she was greeting me, and she was like, "Oh my God," crying. And my dad's still off looking for help. And as she was greeting me, a man walked up to her and said, "That's how we get little boys like this," and then just disappeared. And that made my mom freak even more. And obviously my dad wasn't around to assist, looking for this guy. But isn't that crazy? I mean, and then we find out that decades later that there's a big child trafficking operation that got busted through Disney. And not to be libelous, but that did happen. Look it up. It's crazy. So like I said, it's a conspiracy until it actually comes to light.
Yeah.
And there's things that are going to come to light on different things. Whether the moon landing, really. I know other countries have supposedly landed there, so who knows?
Yeah, I think
there's no reason for us not to be able to land now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's make it real.
Right.
If it wasn't.
Let's not worry about
just prove. Hey, how about
lost.
this?
Let's just do it.
Prove. Hey, we did it. Do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Why have we not done it again? This is 2024.
China just went there.
That was in 1960. What? 9, 8.
Right.
60 odd.
And supposedly we went there many times, but who knows? Anyway.
Yeah, we're trying to go to Mars.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. Let's get to moon before we get to Mars. But
right.
I feel like that was a good.
That was good, man. Yeah.
We asked some good Spitfire questions.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, dude, you were amazing. You're so professionally spoken. I loved it, and I think this is going to be a great episode, and I think people are going to love to listen to what we have to say. And I think a lot of good things were said, and I think people will kind of agree with a lot of stuff that we said. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I don't know that we
Hey,
worked that hard to get
let
him canceled, but I mean,
Right? Yeah,
hey,
we really didn't try to get you
let's
canceled this time. We just
let's have them
kind of.
not agree so we can have a little dialogue.
That's right.
there
Yeah,
we
yeah,
go.
yeah, that's right. I hope they don't. And but we kind of there was some serious stuff, but I think it turned out really good. But I think at this time, before we get off, we need to go into our question for our viewers and listeners out there, all you contestants. If you guys want to win some Two Bros with Benefits merch, pay attention right now because we're going to ask a question. And I think the question that we're going to ask is from last episode. You can go back and listen to it if you haven't listened to it. If you have, you might know it. So, anyways, in last episode, our special guest was Paul Bragan, and he spoke highly of one of his aunts, his Aunt Jean. Was it Aunt Jean, Kevin?
It was Aunt Jean, yes. Wearing the Aunt Jean
and
glove, he said.
his Aunt Jean gave him a stuffed animal of some sort that played a role in our podcast. And our question is, what animal was that stuffed animal? And if you know it and you're viewing this, comment in the comment section. If you're listening, email us at twobroswithbenefits@gmail.com. Again, comment in the comment section or email us at twobroswithbenefits@gmail.com and let us know, and we will pick a random winner and we will send you a gift of some sorts, some Two Bros with Benefits merch, maybe something else. Who knows? But with that, I think we did a good job, and I think we can salute and say bye-bye. Until
Cheers.
next time.
Thank you guys for having me. I
Well,
appreciate
before
it.
Oh man, thanks for being here, dude.
Yeah, it was
amazing.
great. It was great, Ryan.
We love you
Appreciate
so
you, man.
much.
But
We really do.
I
We
do
love
have
you so much, dude.
I do
Yep,
have one more
of course.
question for you though.